fierce conflict, a nuclear proliferation, etc. But you know, threat to security also arises from a number of factors. As he enumerated, environmental degradation is there, poverty is another major factor because both, as is pointed out, Nepal and Bangladesh being least developed countries, and poverty alleviation is also our overriding concern. And both our two countries, we are trying our best to alleviate poverty. And statistics say that we have reduced poverty from 40% to 25, and again from 25 to lower down. But you know, personally, I'm not very much impressed by statistical jugglery. You know, someone says 40, and then it comes down to 25. As a layman, I don't understand statistics. But of course, there is poverty. When you visit some areas, even inside Kathmandu, there are a number of slum areas. People are living miserable existences, very below poverty existence, and they are deprived of basic necessities of life, basic needs of life. And that also really disrupts security, you know. It is a disturbing factor. In the same way, now recently, you know, we hear a lot about climate change and its impact on our environment, on our living conditions, and other aspects of life. So that is another major factor contributing to security. In the same way, environmental degradation, that is also very much related to climate change. And then food security issue. Of course, we have food exporters. You will throw light on that. So that way, and we are still, of course, in 2 or 3 years' time, we are going to graduate from LDC status, least developed status. But at present, we are still a least developed among developing countries, and that means our you know, they are, you know, the UN has laid down certain criteria according to which a country is designated as a least developed country. So one of the criteria I think we have fulfilled, this maternity mortality rate, infant mortality, we have made a lot of progress. But there are other areas in which still we have to come up to the standard set by the UN. But anyway, hopefully we may graduate by 2026, and that will also again create another problem in the sense that as a least developed countries, we are enjoying certain facilities granted by developed countries, but the moment we graduate from LDC to a middle income countries, these facilities may be withdrawn, and that may again land us in trouble. So, and as the ambassador of Bangladesh pointed out, we have, Nepal and Bangladesh have already approached other our development partners, other highly industrialized countries, to take into consideration our status immediately after graduation from LDC status. So when I was, you know, I was in the UN from 1976 to 1980 as one of the, as deputy representative of Nepal to the United Nations. There are several committees, and one of the committees is called Second Committee, which is Economic Committee. And our ambassador there, Ms. Sailendra Kumar Upadhyaya, who later became also foreign minister, he was permanent representative, and he told me that you are deputy, so as deputy, you will have to look after the second committee. And second committee, of course, very important to a country like Nepal. because all these issues relating to least developed countries, landlocked developing countries, and other areas like, food, industry, so many other things, they came up for discussion in this particular committee. And I remember, as a landlocked country, we tabled a resolution, and several landlocked countries, they co-sponsored this particular resolution. And surprisingly, Bangladesh was a new member. Bangladesh, which became independent in 71, had already joined the UN, and the delegate of Bangladesh in the second committee, although Bangladesh is a coastal country, it's a transit country, but it offered to co-sponsor that resolution. Resolution, prepared and tabled by landlocked developing countries. That really came as a not only a surprise, but a big relief and also satisfaction to us. And so, of course, a number of conferences on least developed countries have already been completed, but our status has not yet gone up, you see.
Thank you, Mohan sir. I do have a few other questions, so let's save our time as well. As for the timeline provided, we are done. Almost 12:45, the session was supposed to be over. So let's consider this. I'll be checking the time in between again. So let's utilize the time. As per my plan, I would love to finish this session in another 40 minutes and then take few questions from the floor. So I'll go with Purna sir. Thank you, Mohan sir, for your valuable. You helped me to set the context, and you showed the real situation in terms of social and economic side as well. A military man always have a different perspective. General never retires, right? Look always young. Purna sir, where do you see Nepal in this particular context? I mean, where are we in terms of global peace and security concerns in your lens? How does Army see that?
Thank you, Bhushanji, for the question. As you all know, although we are a small state with about 30 million population, we are contributing second largest troops and police to the United Nations peace missions to maintain international peace and security. That is one of the top contributions Nepal could give to the world, and all security agencies are actually participating in that. And currently, Nepalese Army is given a responsibility to protect territorial integrity and other non-military or non-traditional jobs, missions. For example, besides its primary job, Nepalese Army is contributing in nation building, here at home, environmental protection, construction works, and providing security to various installations, and indirectly, contributing to education, sports. This is a peacetime job where military can contribute, and there is a misunderstanding in Nepal that when it comes to defending the nation, it is only the responsibility of an army, which is not true. You can see now in Ukraine, army is there to fight the war in the front, but whole nation is behind the army, supporting, psychologically, materially, and diplomatically, by mustering international support behind the country. So actually war fighting is a whole of the nation approach, which very much misunderstood here. Sometimes even our leaders sometimes say that, oh, Nepalese army cannot fight a war. It is not the job of only the army. It is the leadership which has to prepare its army to perform its role, given role, within the given period of time. But for that, you have to build the capacity of your security institutions, the way we are building institutions in other sectors as well. But besides that,